This is the Food Packet Survival Tropic 2. Now weighing in at 1 pound, 7 ounces and containing 1,750 calories, the Survival Tropic was first produced in 1948 and production ceased after 1964. It was designed to be beneficial even when consumed under conditions where water may be critically limited. This packet contains food for 3 men for 1 day or 1 man for 3 days. So let's check it out. Pull off that key. Lift that tab. No hiss. Wow, look at that. Has an interesting smell to it. Those jelly bars smell sweet and just a little bit foul. Check them out. The color has definitely all mixed together into one strange brown caramel kind of appearance with recrystallization, and this thing is comprised principally of jelly bars, coffee, tea, things like these water purification tablets, halazone. You get a dozen of them. 1 halazone tablet is sufficient for 1 pint of ordinary water. If water is greatly polluted, use 2 tablets. Allow water to stand 30 minutes before drinking. Manufactured by Empire Findings Company, Incorporated, LI City, New York. Nice. You get some matches. Look at those. Notice, mosquito bites cause malaria. If you're in a malaria zone, keep your shirt on and your sleeves rolled down. Use mosquito repellent when out of doors between sunset and sunrise. You get 2 books of matches. Each contain 10 matches. Universal Match Corporation, St. Louis, Missouri. You get 4 sugar cubes. Not bad. So how many jelly bars do you get here? I mean, a lot of us here have seen these jelly bars in other rations where it's green, orange, yellow, red. So you get 7 jelly bars of the soluble coffee. That's a shame. Doesn't look good. 3 packs of Topps gum. The drinks have all been compromised, unfortunately. Soluble tea product, soluble coffee product by Nescafe. A no-go for the drinks. Moisture in the jelly bars must have permeated these packs many years ago. Oh, and how could I forget? The cigarettes. Call for Philip Morris, America's finest cigarette. And some Camels, Turkish and domestic blend. Definitely a rare look. The Survival Tropic. It only had cigarettes in 2 generations, the ST1 and the ST2. This ST was produced in 1950. A lot of different applications for this here. You could fry fish in this pan. Hopefully you were catching some food, because these jelly bars, I mean, although not exactly thirst-provoking, they are just only carbohydrates, so finding some other food would definitely be ideal. Yeah, look at these things. They look truly awful. Each one weighs 2 ounces. Made by Charms Company, Bloomfield, New Jersey. U.S. certified food coloring. And this has certainly changed over the years. What a find. Huge thanks to Sniper off MRE Info and eBay for sending me this ration. Thank you so much for parting with this relic from your collection. Sniper runs a shop on eBay. He can get all sorts of rations. This guy has great deals. Really cool guy. So, looks like you get 3 coffees and 3 teas. You would get 1 coffee and 1 tea per day. And for 3 days, you were covered. You might wonder why cigarettes? Why would they allocate the space for cigarettes? Well, Back in 1950, the majority of folks were cigarette smokers. And having a nicotine withdrawal in a survival situation, not only would you get the sweats and nausea, but you could have vomiting, losing vital electrolytes. It would be a horrible situation, demoralizing as well. But not just that, you could use these as trade. Let's just say you crash landed your airplane, or say ended up off of a boat onto an island with something like this. You land your life raft or whatever it may be, tobacco, in say a very small little third world kind of village. Those cigarettes, if you weren't a smoker, would be amazing for trade. Keep your head, don't get panicky. Pause as needed. I'm going to scan through this whole thing. I can smell those jelly bars from all the way up here. It's not the most inviting of smells, I'll say that. It smells like some sweet chemicals. And there it is. The Food Packet Survival Tropic 2. This ration's never been documented. There are absolutely no pictures of this specific ration anywhere. Not bad. Alright, so let's get this out onto a tray. Nice, okay. So let's first start off by looking at this coffee, which has completely hardened up. What a dilemma. How am I going to have coffee? Look at this. Yeah. I mean, it's just a shame even trying to open this packaging. I'm just going to leave that as is. But you can see, I mean, look at that. It's just this malleable, weird. I mean, that's totally not normal. It's not supposed to be like that at all. So, it smells like old burnt coffee and mint gum and jelly bars. What am I going to do? Coffee instant type 2. Now I feel better. At least I'll have something to drink, because check out this soluble tea. Look. Well, listen first. And this is totally no good. You can see, like, I might as well just rip this whole top open. Look at that. It's the tea and coffee are a total bust. That's very surprising, but not the end of the world, because the cigarettes seem to be in good shape. Well, I don't know exactly yet, but I have a feeling. I really want to look at the halazone tablets. I mean, these would be extremely useful in a tropical situation, that's for sure. Tropical environments, those things are intact. Cool. I'm actually going to put a sugar cube in here. What's the least weird looking jelly bar? I think this one over here. I mean, they really all pretty much look the same. I don't know what it is that does that. If they had a lower moisture content, and I've seen them where they're just, you know, they're hard as a rock, and they aren't like this. And there's no real way to open this without completely mangling it. Oh well. Look at that old cellophane. It is gnarly. So let's go for the mystery. I think that was lime. Well, yeah, that was lime. I think that's lime. Maybe it's lemon. Oh, that is so gross. I can't believe I just ate part of that. So then this one. They really all look the same. Oh, it literally almost has like a licorice smell, which is totally not normal. Look at the recrystallization. And like, oh gosh, that is so disturbing, that flavor. Okay, I have no idea what flavor that is. Again, sorry to be gross, but like, look at this. Looks like a snail. I gotta wash it down. Oh, I just scalded my mouth. Whoops. That was way too hot. You know, took my mind off of the flavor of this, though. That scalding, you know, maybe that'll make it easier to eat these, you know. That is truly something. What happened to these things? They must have gotten heat stressed over the years, and oh wow, this one's really kind of falling apart. Oh gosh, that's the worst yet. I'm never gonna forget this. It's one of those experiences you don't really want to. Oh, hey, that was lemon. Wait, maybe that's orange. Oh. Yeah, well, all of them have a citrus kind of flavor. Lime, orange, and lemon. And then this one might be the red. You know, cherry. Oh, they just get worse and worse. That one I can't even tell at all what flavor. That has to be the red one. Because the others had like a citrus flavor. This one does not. Oh, that used to be cherry. Well, yeah, that's a shame. I don't know what to say about this experience here other than it's a real mixed bag. Had to still have some coffee with it though. Which it wasn't period correct. That Coffee Instant Type 2 was from about 15 years newer. 1965. Yeah. Coffee Instant Type 2 is really bold and acidic. Yeah, it's perfect for this experience because it's strong. It's strong coffee. The old soluble coffee product, I've yet to actually try. That's like World War II era. Nescafe. Oh, geez. I'm sorry. I just went and totally messed up. Hey, look at that dry mold. I'm kind of glad I just checked this out. Look at that. That was just sitting in there for who knows how long. Look at that. That's like something out of a sci-fi movie. It really has the look of, let's just put that back. That's still okay for display, I think. The flavor of the jelly bars, they're rank. They really are. And definitely calls for a cigarette right now. I'm going to start with Camel's. Choice quality. Oh, these kind of have a fruity smell to them. They look perfectly fine, except for a couple small splotches, but that's okay. Wow. Kind of has a little bit of the smell of the jelly bars and mint gum, but then it also has a fine tobacco smell as well. Kind of a firm draw on the dry pull. That is smooth. The end kind of broke up there Little bits of tobacco are getting in my mouth. That's slightly unpleasant, but the flavor, that's on point. It's burning a little fast. I think it's pretty dry. You know, it doesn't have as complex of a flavor as the 5-in-1 small detachment Camels, and it's not as strong. It's not sweet either. It's just very bold. It's a bold kind of full flavor. I guess it is pretty strong. I can feel that sneaking up on me. It's interesting how I've come across several packs of Camels in different rations, and they're different in each one. It's kind of like luck of the draw. I had a food packet of salt where those Camels tasted sweet like golden raisins. And same with the Camels over here. I still have 2 packs of those saved for a rainy day. Wow, this is good though. Kind of a shame about the jelly bars, huh? Oh well. Nothing like this old tobacco. Gives you something to look forward to, that's for sure. It's kind of a quick burning cigarette. Again, you know, these things would have been perfect for trade if you weren't a smoker and you were an airman, a downed airman, crashed on an island or something. There was the Food Packet Survival Arctic and Tropic. They were both replaced in 1965 by the Food Packet Survival General Purpose. But say in the early 50s, you know, up to the mid-50s, probably when most procurements of this specific ration was exhausted, I would say the cigarettes were a nice addition. Allocating the space for it was relatively minimal. It took up the space of maybe 1 jelly bar in cubic inches. Little bits of tobacco coming out. Look at the end of that. But yeah, if you were a cigarette smoker, you needed these. I mean, like, in a survival situation, not only would it be an extreme morale-lowering experience not having tobacco, but you would actually get sick if you didn't have cigarettes. And again, the majority of people back in the early 50s, the 30s, 40s, and 50s, people smoked. There was no Surgeon General warning. Nobody knew the dangers of tobacco really back then. Well, they might have known it, but they had to be told by the FDA and Surgeon General. This is quite the smoke. I'm really looking forward to following it up with a Philip Morris to see and compare. "67-year-old Camels. Takes time to age something so fine." Well, I'm gonna go for a nice palate cleansing double pack of Tops peppermint coated gum. Then I'll be coming back over for that Philip Morris. Look at this. That is a neat looking thing right there. They're kind of dark. Well, the gum is perfect. Hey, that's a strong peppermint. Nice candy coating too. That's the real deal. Alright, now I'm going to be checking out that Call for Philip Morris, America's finest cigarette. Look at those. They definitely have an aged look to them. Gosh, they smell just like the jelly bars. That's kind of worrisome. They don't smell anything like tobacco. I'm gonna smoke one anyway. I didn't pack these like the other ones. And we'll see if it makes a difference. Philip Morris Limited Special Blend. Cool. Well, I'm gonna enjoy some coffee instant type 1 along with this. A little bit of a lighter coffee. Yeah, I still prefer coffee instant type 1 over type 2. It's a little bit smoother. So, these cigarettes, this here smells just like the jelly bars with a tinge of tobacco. Tastes like the jelly bars on the dry pull. That's kind of gnarly. I am hoping for the best here, but nothing that some coffee instant can't take care of. Yeah, that's perfect. Not too hot either. Tastes nothing like the last Philip Morris that I've had. These things usually have a cedar kind of aged flavor to them. This here, it literally just tastes like the jelly bar, which, that's kind of a shame. It's still not as harsh as a modern cigarette. Yeah, it's not too bad. You know, it's, I guess it could be worse. There we go. That's starting to get better. As the cigarette progresses, it's starting to develop the flavor that I'm used to with a aged Philip Morris, and this is a fine smoke. It's almost like it has to reactivate and expel a little bit of that jelly bar flavor. I don't know, maybe that flavor's just caught in my head. That was the most disturbing jelly bar experience I've ever had. I mean, I don't know why. I gotta try out a piece of this. Jelly bars and Philip Morris cigarette. Not the perfect combination. You know, actually, yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm gonna call it. That was lemon or lime. I'm not sure which flavor that was. The lemon, lime, and orange still maintained a citrus kind of note to them. You know, as this thing progresses, it gets better. And I have a feeling once I rehydrate these things and kind of put them through the special process, they're going to be exceptional. But fresh out of the 67-year-old can, this isn't too bad. Can't go wrong. Well, this ration was definitely a mixed bag. The cigarettes were not perfect, but that gum, that's the best part. Perfectly chewable, a strong peppermint flavor. They're sweet. And this Food Packet Survival Tropic 2, huge thanks again to Sniper for sending me this. Everybody check out Sniper's shop on eBay. I'm going to put a link in the description below. He sells quite the variety of international rations. The Food Packet Survival Tropic 2. It was a well thought out ration for its general scope of purpose. It's just this one here, it just didn't endure the heat stress and 67 years, but that's okay. Well, anyway, this is Steve 1989 off MRE Info. Hope you liked the video, and I'll be coming back at you with something new. Or old. Alright, cool. See ya.